Hi, in this lesson I'll show you how to make dialogues in animation, of course. How to animate dialogues. When I saw Animator's cartoons, all dialogues are awful just because of its animation. But it's very simple to make dialogues, to animate dialogues. It's very simple. A couple of rules. Just follow them and you're in. So let's start from the beginning. Just because my English is not very well to speak about something, so I just will show you how to make dialogues, how to animate dialogues. So let's start. First, go to Actor tab, Custom, and choose our character. For example, this one. Okay, so I make it. I'll uncheck this and this. So okay. Now I go here, add voice. Of course, just because we make dialogue. Add voice, wave file, and for example this one file.
Evening news is where they begin with good evening and then proceed to tell you why it isn't.
It's a joke, as you can understand. Okay, so let's see here. 194 frames. So I click here, project settings, and just make 200 total of frames. Animation length. Okay. 200 frames. So what to do next? What to do first? So it's a first rule. First, you need to establish, you need to construct key poses of your characters, of your character. What key poses is? These poses tells a story, like in comics. So where must we must make these poses on accents, on speech accents. Easy, right? So first rule, first step, make key poses on speech accents. Okay, easy, right? So click here, show timeline. Actor, project actor, repair, and click this tab, body motion. Go here, motion, and choose body transform. Okay, and click facial tab. Then click on wave file, and click ungroup. Then click voice clip, and then click here wave clip wave switch. Okay, now we have it. We can view our sound, the sound of our character. So let's start. Let's make key poses. Let's let's make first key pose. Go here, motion key editor. Okay, body key editor. Go to this tab, body, and click absolute key. Why so? Doing so, you set keys to all body part of this character. Easy. All body part. So first click absolute key. Now you can make your first key pose. For example, something like this. I don't know. Maybe like this. Maybe like this. Okay. It's our first key pose. Next, let's hear his voice.
Evening news is where they begin with good evening.
Evening. I think we need next key pose evening. Evening.
Evening.
Yes, it's here. Here, again, click absolute key and make next key pose. For example, like this. I don't know. I don't know, something like this. Like this. It's just example, as you can understand. Okay. It's our next key pose. Let's hear again.
Evening, and then proceed to tell you.
Tell you. I think here. Tell you. Maybe it's here. Peek. Peek in this graphic, in this drawing. I think it's here.
Tell you what.
Tell you, tell you, tell you,
Tell you.
tell you. I think it's here. Okay. Again, click absolute key. Next, tell you. He must point with his finger. Tell you, and something like this, maybe something like this. Tell you, no, like this. Okay, tell you. Okay, and it's absolute key, absolute key, and next pose.
Tell you why it isn't.
It isn't. It isn't. I think it's here. It's an accent. I think. Isn't. It's here. I think. Okay. Next. Absolute key. Next key pause. Okay. Something like this. Like this. His speak. He's finished. He's speaking. Okay, something like this, maybe. Okay. Now, it's okay. We establish our 4 key poses. Of course, it's up to you where you make key poses. But you must to know all key poses on accents. Where you decide the accent is here, okay, it's up to you. But you make key poses on accent. Okay. So now it was first step. Let's hear it.
Evening news is where they begin with good evening and then proceed to tell you why it isn't.
Just like in Amateur's cartoons, okay? Motions, just like there. Okay, so now we must create professional looking cartoon, professional looking dialogue. Okay, so what we do next? I select all key poses except first. Okay, I just drag and move these poses to the left, ahead of each accent, ahead on to the left on 4 frames. It's a rule. 4 frames ahead, all key poses except first one. Okay, I select it and then just click on it and move 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now start from the beginning. What you do next? It's it was second step. Now third step. You make key poses here, just right here, next on the right, next with this key pose. Okay, so how to do this? It's easy, just click absolute key. Okay, first key pose, next frame, click absolute key and move this key here 10 frames ahead of next key pose. Easy, right? So if this pose 78 frame, so this pose 68 frame. It's easy to see where you place, where you must to place your key. So again, the same thing. Next key pose, next frame, click absolute key, then move this key here, here before this before 10 frames of this key pose. Okay, again the same thing. Click here, absolute key, move. It's here, I think. Okay, so let's see.
Evening news is where they begin with good evening and then proceed to tell you why it isn't.
Okay, so And last thing, here in between these two poses, from here to here, in between, just right in the center, you can do what you want, really, from here to here. So here he must I don't know, anything you want, anything you want, you let's see. Okay, and you can do you can just you can click torso, and here in H height you can type in 96 instead of 100. Okay, so let's see.
Begin with good evening.
It's a cartoon. So here in the center. Okay. He's so let's do something like this. And again 96. It's cheating, of course, but it works. So let's see here.
Proceed to tell you why it is.
Okay, here the same. His drop down his hand. So I don't know, maybe something like this, like this, like this, maybe, and again light cheating. So
Tell you why it isn't.
now let's see.
Evening news is where they begin with good evening and then proceed to tell you why it isn't.
Okay, I think it's great. Now what we can do next? Next we can just fooling around. So okay, excuse me. So something here, the pointer here, we'll point out to his, okay, oops, it's okay, pooh, and here again default hand. Let's see.
Evening news is where they begin with good evening and then proceed to tell you why it isn't.
Okay, it's a real cartoon. So next is really fooling around. You can go Puppet Editor, go to Face Puppet, click Comics. Now you can blink a little. How to do this? Click here, clear selection, and click this area. It's just for blinking. So preview. It's a space bar. Click space bar, and with the mouse, with left button of mouse, you can just click. Okay, it was preview. Now for record, it's Alt spacebar. Okay, so go to the beginning and Alt spacebar.
Evening news is where they begin with good evening and then proceed to tell you why it isn't.
Okay, let's see.
Evening news is where they begin with good evening and then proceed to tell you why it isn't.
I think it's great. Now we can I don't know, preview. Let's see. Alt spacebar. Stop. Go to the beginning. Alt spacebar.
Evening news is where they begin with good evening and then proceed to tell you why it isn't.
Something like this.
Evening news is where they begin with good evening and then proceed to tell you why it isn't.
I don't like this final frames, so let's edit this. It isn't okay, here, click break, delete. Okay, something like this maybe. Something like something like this. So the lesson is over. I hope you can understand me. Happy animating.